Hey guys, it's me. It's Nick, Urban Farm Boys. Let's see, we are at the 17th of September 2022, and it was time for me to check in with you guys because it's been a while, right? I just wanted to check in and say hello and give you guys a little update on how things are going. There may be some of you still out there who've been following me for a really long time. I've had this channel since 2006. What is that, 14 years now on YouTube, something like that? A little more than 14. And it's been a while. There's been a lot of changes to the channel. If you guys haven't seen some of the most recent updates, take a look back at some of the videos I've posted over the last year or two. Things are very different, but I'm still me. And so I wanted to check in with you guys and see who's still out there. If you're out there, if you're one of the OGs, give this video a like or comment below and say hello. It's always fun to see who's still watching, because the old days of YouTube are long gone, right? We all know that, those of us who've been around for a while. So it's been a busy several years, lots of changes. If you guys have been watching, you'll know that Andrew and I are now out living in a house just outside of New York City, out in the forest, in the mountains. We're about 45 minutes to an hour outside of New York City, depending on where you're going. And we're building our new life here. You've seen the changes to the channel. It's no longer nickasarbata, it's Urban Farm Boys, and we've had lots of ideas and plans about what we kind of want to do with that sort of brand. And some ideas have been good ones, some of them maybe not so good, and ultimately we really haven't had a lot of time to focus on kind of the things that I had planned to do when we came out here and kind of rebranded the YouTube channel. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that and tell you what's been up lately, and maybe we can talk about plans for the future. When you get attacked by a flamingo in your own pool, rude. When you live out in the forest and you're a gay, you have to have a floating flamingo, right? She's fun. I'm gonna get on her later when we're done chatting. So should we start it with the life update? What's been going on with you guys? It's been a day, hasn't it? The day that's been lasting for 3 years. The pandemic has changed everybody. I'm a nurse, as you guys know. I've been an ICU nurse forever. It's been a rough few years. When we moved up to New York, I started working at one of the biggest hospitals in the area, and it quickly became COVID, pandemic, ICU, nightmare. Really bad, really bad. I wanted to do it because I want to help people, and because when we came up here and everything went crazy, I was watching the TV every day, and the governor was on TV saying everything's going to hell and we need people who can manage ventilators and all of this, and I can. I've been an ICU nurse forever, so I looked into ICU nursing jobs, and I did that for about 2 years, the first 2 years of the pandemic. What are we about to be on? Pandemic year 3? I don't know. It's all the same day. But I did that for a long time, and it was a very interesting and sad and complicated experience, and I will never regret doing that, but it was not an easy time either. Once things got better with COVID, I started looking for other jobs. And so now I'm working in a different hospital in a different city, a little further outside of New York City. And I'm a nurse educator now, so I'm teaching nurses to be nurses, which is really exciting. I always, if you don't know, I was a teacher before I was a nurse, and I always wanted to combine the two one day. And so now's the time. So I've been up where I am for nearly a year now, working as a nurse educator. And it's fun, and it's interesting, and it's a new sort of skill set. And there's new drama that I never knew existed in the world of nursing education, but at the end of the day, it's really good. It's good for me, it's good for my career development, and it's exciting. Andrew is doing great. He's still in nursing school. Don't know why anyone would ever want to decide to become a nurse during a pandemic, but he did, and he's doing really well, and he's going to graduate in May, so we are close to that, which is really exciting. He's working as a nursing assistant. He works in our psychiatric emergency room, which is a whole other ballpark from most sort of medical world jobs you could do. And he loves it, and his goal has always been to become a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. So this is kind of the best place he could be while he's in school, and it's really exciting. It's been busy though because I'm working full-time, he's in school full-time, he's also working part-time. So there just hasn't been a whole lot of extra time necessarily to make content for YouTube. But it's always been in my mind. I still follow tons of people on YouTube, and things are very different these days, but I still love YouTube. If I ever want to look something up, I go to YouTube before I go to Google. And I don't know how big of a community there is these days of people subscribing and all that. I think YouTube's very different, but I still subscribe to and follow a bunch of people, and so I believe that community is still alive and well. So that's kind of why I wanted to just check in with you guys and see how everybody's doing. How are you guys doing? How have the last couple of years been for you? Comment below. Tell me. I look at all of my comments. All these YouTubers say, like, I'll try to respond to my comments, but I'm so busy. I look at all of my comments, so comment below and let's have a chat about how you guys are doing these days. Anyway, overall things are really good now. As you can see, I'm enjoying a weekend off in our pool. I've never had a pool before. When we moved here, Andrew's #1 wish list item was to have a house with a pool, and he got it, and we use it every single day. So it's nice to be able to just decompress in the water. I've used it way more than I ever thought I would. So, you know, things are good. It's just about time to kind of say goodbye to the pool for the season or the year. I think we've maybe got 1 or 2 weeks left before it's time to close it down, but luckily over there, I'm not sure if you can see it, but over there we have our hot tub, which we love using, especially during the winter when it's cold and snowing. It's so cozy. So yeah, things are good. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with the channel, really. I know that we talked about the rebranding and Urban Farm Boys, and if you guys have followed me, this channel has gone through so many iterations from its beginning, which has changed very much, to, for a long time I talked about nursing while I was in nursing school, and then I was talking about running when I was very focused on running, and then it became about soap making when I started making soap, and now I kind of wanted to create a channel that's really about our life here on the homestead, and I think that's where I want to keep it, which is a general topic. Sometimes it's hard to find people who want to watch every topic when it's general like that. Sometimes when you're more focused, it's easier to find your little base of subscribers. But I've never really cared about numbers and all of that. In fact, that's why I kind of backed away from YouTube several years ago when it became all about the numbers and all of that. And I don't really care if people find my channel because they're searching for something that interests them. That's great, because those are probably my people. But otherwise, I'm not too concerned about, you know, doing all the things that will get all the attention. I really just want to kind of continue to document what we're doing here, our goals, our projects, our day-to-day. Let me assure you, this property that we have is a project. Our background, hopefully you enjoy what it looks like behind me, but in all directions there's just a million projects, which is fun and we love it, and it's a lot of work, and it's honestly more work than the two of us can handle while we're as busy as we are. But I kind of just want to share that. Things around here, things around the homestead, gardening projects as they come up. You guys probably know I'm a houseplant geek. I like filming content about that. Cooking, like homestead is the best category for this channel. So, I don't know. Is that something you guys are interested in? Give me some feedback about what you are interested in. Remember when I used to do book reviews? I have people still to this day who comment on my channel and say, when are you going to do another book review? I think I lost a lot of subscribers when my channel became mostly about becoming a nurse, because let's face it, that's a very niche group and most people don't really care about learning to become a nurse. But I think the homesteading thing, especially with the pandemic, when people kind of turned their focus more in toward the home life, it's more interesting. So at the end of the day, I guess I kind of don't care what YouTube thinks I should do. I just wanted to check in with you guys who follow me, and maybe you guys have been following me since 2006. I'm about to be 40. I'm not really. I'm about to be 38. Not happy about that either, it sounds old, but I'm not far from 40, and I think when I started my YouTube channel I was 19, 20. Is that possible? Yeah, it's been a long time. So things change, and I know some of you guys are still out there, and for anybody who's new, welcome, and I'm just as happy that you have found the channel. Andrew is busy, and I would love to involve him in this channel as much as he can. I don't think he's quite as interested, let's be honest, in being part of the channel as I am, and for those of you guys who have been around, it was my channel before it was ours, so I think for the most part it's going to be me around here, but I really hope to involve him as often as he can, and he wants to, and he's available, so that's it. Just wanted to check in, say hello. I'm going to swim in the pool because it's beautiful. It's in the mid to high 80s something today, and I want to get a little bit of sun on me before we enter into the dark winter months. So I hope everybody's doing well. If you are new here, say hello, introduce yourself. Where do you live? What do you do? Tell me about you. Regardless, give the video a like if you want. It would kind of help for YouTube to remember who I am, and help other people find people like us who are interested in this kind of thing. So I guess that's it. In the meantime, I post fairly regularly on Instagram. I still have my old Instagram channel, which is the same as this, nickasarbata. And if you want to follow Urban Farm Boys, we're also on Instagram. Not posting as often there, maybe that'll change, but check us out on Instagram if you want. Otherwise, I hope to be posting much more frequently as we get into the fall and winter months, and there's lots of cozy things to do around the house. So, until then, take care, guys.